Okay, so today we're making canoas, rye plantain canoes filled with ground beef and shredded cheese on top. So here are all the ingredients you need for your ground beef canoes made out of rye plantains. You have about half a pound of ground beef. You have fresh cilantro, 2 ripe plantains. We have olives, shredded cheese, garlic, and that house homemade sofrito that we recently made online. So these are all the ingredients. So let's go step by step. Let's take some of this stuff out of the way. We're gonna peel the plantains and continue from there. So the plantains have to be like this. Yes, they're black. You might think they're ready to be thrown away, but that's how you want it for the canoes. So you go to the supermarket, they're yellow. You just keep it in the kitchen for a while until they actually turn all black. They're still good. You'll see inside. And what you want to do is just peel them up. So I peeled the first one. So you're gonna take the whole outer thing out. So what you do is you cut the little tips here, both sides. And then using just the tip of your knife, you're gonna slip them all the way down, top to bottom, and then you just take the peel off, just like that. And they're ready. So before going into this, we're gonna put these in the oven for about half an hour, but we're gonna get the ground beef ready. So when we have these, you just have to fill them out with the ground beef. So this, you're just gonna bake them like that for about half an hour, 350 in the oven. So I'm gonna use a container like this. Just put them in there, and they'll go into the oven about 30 to 45 minutes, 350. Just keep an eye on them, and that'll be it. Then after that, we'll go with the ground beef. So for the ground beef, we're gonna use a medium pan. Just put a little bit of olive oil over medium heat. So once that is a little hot, just throw half a pound of ground beef, about half pound. You kind of smash it a little bit. You want to season it to taste. Then you go the sofrito, garlic, the cilantro. I chopped it a little bit, not too much, and the olives. Just throw it all in there. So it's medium heat or even lower. So right now I'm gonna go like medium low. And we just want to brown this to taste. Get all the ingredients in there. So this is how it should look after about 5 minutes. 5 to 6 minutes, it should look like this. So you gotta break it down little pieces because we're filling the plantains with this. So, but pretty much this is already what I want it to be. It's cooked. You can taste it, and I want to add more seasoning. That's up to you. But this one's ready, and then we'll just wait for the plantains to come out of the oven. So after about 40 to 45 minutes, it should look something like this, and they're ready to be stuffed. Take them out of the oven. And we're gonna stuff it in a minute. Let it rest a little bit because you're not gonna be able to handle them that hot. So let it rest about 3 minutes, and we'll stuff it with the ground beef. So after about 3 minutes off the oven, you wanna use a plain butter knife, not a sharp one. You wanna slit them open. You don't wanna just pretty much what you do with a hot dog bun. You don't wanna really split them. You wanna just make a big opening there so we can fill them up. So we're gonna go down the middle. So what I did is I rest them to the side because you wanna use a natural curve facing up. You open them like that. And now it's gonna be just a matter of stuffing them with the ground beef. So we're gonna use a little bit of cheese here on the bottom. It's gonna be like the glue, just a little bit. Don't waste the whole thing here. We're gonna put more on top. And the ground beef that we just cooked, we're gonna stuff them with the ground beef. You want to make sure that everything is in there. Everything that's falling outside, we're gonna just pick it up and put it inside the plantain. So just make sure that you have a good amount of beef, almost creating like a lump on top of the plantain. And we're gonna put them both to the middle now in a minute, once I pick up some of the stuff on the sides. So anything that fell here in the middle, just find a spot on top of it. Now we're gonna use the flat thing here to bring them back to the middle together. There you go. Now we're gonna use the rest of the cheese right on top. And back to the oven for about 5 minutes, so just to reheat that meat and melt that cheese on top. So after about 5 minutes in the oven, the cheese is melted. Now they're just ready for plating. Y aquí tenemos el producto final. Final product. Canoes filled with ground beef. Canoas.